my god. If you weren't hyped up by that teaser trailer, I don't know what you were thinking. Super 8 is kind of a rendition back to the 70s kind of sci-fi genre. The plot is that Joe Lamb, played by Joel Courtney, basically has lost his mom and now has nowhere to turn. 4 months later, his 7 friends are all making a zombie movie. He's included, so that makes 8. And when we're in the middle of a love scene, they get caught in a horrific train crash that apparently was owned by the U.S. Air Force. It was a U.S. Air Force train. And unfortunately, they are not to tell anybody about the train crash whatsoever. But apparently, the kid's father, Jackson Lamb, is basically trying to piece together what the crap's going on. And above all, the head of the U.S. Air Force, Colonel Narek, played by Noah Emmerich, no relation, basically is this serious guy who he's kind of like, I don't care what you say, I'm going to do it my way or the highway. But there was something on that train. Was it an alien? Was it a monster? Was it a creature? I can't say. But there have been disappearances of dogs, people, machines, and just things flying up in the air. But this film has all the elements of a sci-fi film. Action, comedy, sci-fi, horror, and action. All these elements are uses for a good movie. And with all these elements in place, you would think that they'd be really good, and they are. They do this very well and convey everything they want to get out. But at the same time, however, it makes this film sort of fresh. It makes it on its own, and it really gets with some really high stuff. This film is kind of more like Close Encounters of the Third Kind meets Cloverfield meets, what was that film called? Jaws, kind of. Yeah, it's kind of like Jaws. But Steven Spielberg and J.J. Abrams are just the bomb when it comes to this, because they are like the highlights of this film. They need to really do some more stuff together, because they used to film things with their 8mm camera when they were kids, so it's kind of fitting for them to do something together. And I wouldn't be surprised if they intended to do more stuff in the future, because they do a good job together. What else? Oh yeah. The only problem I had with this film is that they didn't really explain things very well. Like, they didn't really explain how the mom died. We know that she died in an accident, but it's very, very brief, and you don't get very much of a good description. It's kind of like saying that, you know, I'm gonna tell you a story, but I'm not gonna say what is on my mind, and I'm just gonna give you a vague story. That's kind of what happened here. They gave us a vague kind of descriptions, and they don't really convey them very well. But for the time that they do have, around 2 hours, they do okay. That isn't the biggest problem. The biggest problem here was that I kind of wish they'd explain more of it. Like, they explain more of the story. And another problem I had was the theme. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I think we've seen it before. I don't know, I just think like you've seen it before. The acting is really, really good in this. Like, the kids are all really good portraying their emotions. Whether they're happy, sad, or just having a good time, they convey them very well. And they do a really good job at basically telling them. When they're crying, you really feel like it. When they're laughing, you feel like they're having a good time. When they're scared, you know that there's something up. It's all a matter of good acting. And by the way, the kid that I mentioned earlier, Joel Courtney, he's gonna be the main character, he's gonna be going home, and he's not really, well, he said that home's home, and he's gonna return home instead of moving to Hollywood. I thought he was leaving and not doing any more stuff. So, we'll just have to see what the kids pull off in the future. Then again, I mean, the special effects were really, really good. The train crash scene, oh my god. You have to see it in the theater. I can't do justice talking about it. It's just so good, you have to see it in the theater. It's like Roland Emmerich's 2012 movie. You have to see it in the theater to get the full effect. And I wouldn't be surprised if this film got an Oscar nomination for visual effects. Maybe even some other awards, like the acting. Overall, this is a wonderfully crafted sci-fi film that any fan of sci-fi would absolutely love. To be honest, you could say that I've seen a better alien movie, but you can't get any more newer than this. I would honestly give this film a 4-star, personally. I would give it a 4-star. It's action-packed, keeps you on the edge of your seat, does not let you go, and above all, I really think that if you want to become a filmmaker, this is the right movie for you. And if you want to see a good sci-fi film, this is it. And I promise you, you will absolutely enjoy this film. Great summer movie. Check it out.
What the hell?
This has been a Moviedudeinc review, saving you from bad movies, one movie at a time.